Are these the town packets, Christine, that were in my office?
That's the our stuff.
Hello, Wanda, how you doing?
I know, are they for
except
Jimbo
for
and
the-
Corinne?
Oh, yes, I'm sorry. I didn't hear.
Good, thanks.
I didn't get it. Oh, geez, Christine. Hello.
Jimbo, how are you?
Good, how are you? Congratulations.
When you going Florida, John? So you're gonna leave next Friday, a week from Friday. Next week,
I'm not liking the cold weather.
We'll just be about 2 weeks. And we'll be back.
Brian, are you with us?
You drive?
Nobody's dialed in yet, I don't think. Oh, why is our music not playing?
Yeah, that's
And nobody announced themselves either.
Is somebody holding? John?
Yeah, John's here.
Okay. We haven't started just yet, so bear with
John.
us.
Hello, how are you?
Good. So we have no Brian.
Not yet, but,
Oh, it's still early.
yeah,
Sorry.
6:57.
All right.
We can't yell at him yet.
No.
Hi, John. I didn't see John come in. How are you?
Good, how are you?
He snuck in.
Hey, Lori, what happened to the runner that we had?
Earl Slocum
We
tripped over.
rolled it up because Earl Slocum tripped on it and hurt himself. We had to call an ambulance and we didn't want that to happen again.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Proud of yourself?
Oh, jeez. Good overall.
Yeah.
Yeah, she said she was. But that was at 5, so.
I think that's our opponent.
Nothing.
After you would think the meeting, the accident was first.
But I mean, I should speak to this and then hand it to him.
Yeah.
I have our accountant on the phone.
He's on now, right?
I can't hear.
Hey, Corinne?
It's 7 o'clock.
All right, welcome to the November 13th Pawling Joint Sewer Commission. Join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Christine, you have a phone. Excuse me? You have a phone? Yeah. Because I don't know that Brian can log in. All right, so first off here is our draft budget for 2026. Going to have our accountant, John Savash, to walk through some of his thoughts regarding the budget. John, are you ready?
I am, yes. Can everybody hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. I I was working on this with Christine the last couple of days, and based upon our conversations, the only change that I would recommend, and then I'll quickly talk about some other stuff too, is that I know that you guys you're in the process of doing a sewer rate increase. I know that a lot of that stemmed from the report I did on September the 12th showing your deteriorating position with respect to your district revenue expenses, or your operating loss, as we say, the deterioration and the usage of your fund balance, which is a very big concern of mine. So one of the things is, since you will realize those revenues in 26, one of the recommendations that I'm making is, and this stems from conversations that we had maybe 6 months ago, I would recommend using $133,000 of money sitting in capital projects fund for a project that's been completed as an inter-fund transfer. So you can bring that money in as revenue, and then you can lower the amount of fund balance that you will use in 2026 down to that last number on the bottom of your budget, that 255. We can reduce that number down to 123,000.
So we're using the whole, you're suggesting we use the whole 133,000 of that, what's left in a
Yes.
capital fund? Okay.
Well, there's more in there, but that was
okay.
going to be money that was going to be used for operations anyways.
Okay.
I believe that other money that's sitting there was going to be brought over and put in a capital reserve fund. I think that was one of Jeff Smith's recommendations. But this money, the recommendation for this money was to use it for operations. So I would say that this is a really good purpose for the money. Because I forecasted at the end of this year, just by looking at where you're at, my forecast for where you would be at the end of 25 is you're probably going to end up with an operating loss of about 200,000. And that means that by the end of the year, your unassigned fund balance is probably only going to be at around $450,000. So long term, you're probably going to have to get those sewer rents up to around $1.4 million to add a level of comfort for all of you. Because in our analysis of the budget, it was really hard to cut back on line items.
Yeah.
That was one of the, you're already
They're very
operating
tight.
really fairly
Yeah,
at bare bones. They're
Yes.
very tight. So the only way that you can improve things is you got to bump up your sewer rents.
Right.
So, and I'm going to come up and spend time with Christine in the next couple of weeks before your next meeting. So there's some numbers that her and I want to finalize. But I think if you do the 133 and lower the fund balance down to the 123, I think you have a pretty decent budget for 2026.
Okay. Plus also increasing the rate.
That's factored in the sewer rent line.
Okay.
That is factored in, because you guys were using $1.2 million
Yes.
for the last couple of years,
For
and
like,
your rents were only $1 million.
we had it in there for
Yeah.
about 3 years now while we were trying to negotiate a new IMA saying that we were going to increase the rates, and so we put it in the budget, but we never increased the rates. So that's why
Yes.
this budget has not been working. So-
Yeah, the budget's not working because the last 3 years your sewer rents have come in right around $1 million.
And the sewer rates haven't been raised since, the last time was 2016. So.
Yes. Yes, so I'm sure I'm not telling you anything tonight that all of you don't already know.
Right.
So,
I know everyone just got this draft, but looking at it quickly, does anybody have any questions that John?
Is the capital funds that we're going to use that John's indicating, is that listed on this sheet?
No,
I can't, yeah.
no, because this is what Christine and I put together,
Right.
what you're looking at. John is just talking us through thoughts that he has. but
Okay.
It's not, none of that is represented in this draft budget.
So the actual increase that we're looking at for the
We're-
user will be less once we do the math with using
No,
the
'cause
capital money?
we still want to
No.
bring in the 1.2. And John had told us, I think back in September, to get us to that 1.2, it would require a 20% increase on O&M.
yeah,
Right.
Right, John?
yeah.
Yeah.
So we're still looking to do
Yeah.
that
We're
even
still
with
looking at
the,
a
even with the
20%
capital
increase.
transfer?
Right, because that's then, what that's doing is reducing the amount of fund balance that we're using to,
And we need to keep our fund balance at a,
yeah, it's in sad shape.
yeah,
It's not anywhere near what it's supposed to be. So by using that 133, it's reducing how much of it we're actually gonna use. And then if we can get the rate in there and we're bringing in that 1.2, we then won't keep hitting the fund balance,
Right.
and maybe we can build it back up.
So just to
Right,
confirm-
and then you're gonna have to somehow, after that, in the next couple of years, you're gonna have to get that number up to 1.4.
How
So-
long are you looking at that for? Within 5 years, within 2
2
years? Like,
years.
what are you thinking?
That we have to get.
I would say if our budget works next year, if these numbers work well for us next year, you might buy yourself maybe 3 years.
3 years. He's
Maybe
saying that
3
we have to
years.
Get up to 1.4.
Yeah.
But we might,
So
buy-
that's
Yeah.
a 40% increase.
Over the next 3 years.
but if we can.
Right, but we didn't want to do the 40 right away. You wanted to kind of ease in that. That's why we were thinking 20% initially. And then you got to sell it to people and say, look, the stuff's not free. There's serious cost here. And that's just what you got to do. But this was kind of like the phase one, getting it up a couple 100,000, and then you got to get it up again a couple more years.
Hopefully 3.
And then you and then you'll be in a position where you should be fairly stable then, and then you can start building up that fund balance back to where you're comfortable, where you want it.
So, John, if we haven't had a rate increase since 2016, we're looking at a 20% increase for usage. It's basically, if we had raised 2.22 or 2.23% a year since 2016, we'd be where we are now, with the 20%.
Yeah, you would. And I know that I don't do the calculations on how you get there. I know Jeff Smith is helping you guys with that because he's an expert on that stuff.
Right.
But yeah, if you would have added a couple percent a year, you would be building it up. That's correct. And Jeff's really good at doing that. He can actually help you all with that part of it.
Yeah, he's just about completed that. I just need to connect him with Williamson Law
Okay.
so that they can just make sure that everything works. They're gonna see if they can run like a side-by-side
Okay.
of what it's gonna look like, because it will change from quarter to quarter,
Right.
depending on the flow.
Right.
So
Yeah.
it's hard to tell
And if-
somebody your bill's going up $20 because you don't know that it's gonna be
Because it's all based on
$20.
usage too.
Correct.
so.
Right, the more usage, the less everybody pays that quarter.
Correct.
Yeah.
So like, for example.
And if
when-
anybody's got any other questions too for me, Christine's got my number, so you can email me or you can give me a buzz.
Okay.
Or I'll let Christine know when I'm coming down in case anybody wants to stop in the day that I'm in town.
Okay,
Okay?
Very good.
all right, anybody have anything for John before we let him go? All right,
Not for John,
all
no.
right, thank you, John.
You're welcome. You all have a great night.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, bye.
Bye-bye.
Yeah. I know when people hear 20%,
Yeah,
It sounds, but,
alarming.
you know, so I took a family of 4 and on a bill from September of this year, their usage was $146. With the increase for that particular period,
No way. No way.
no, 140 for the
The
usage,
O&M.
for the O&M, not for the
Not
debt.
including the debt.
Okay.
So they're 2 separate things. So the only thing we're increasing is the usage, not the debt. And so so $146 usage fee would increase by $29.
yeah, remember when I did the numbers when we went
Yeah.
over these before, and I did the 5%, 10%,
Right.
15%, 20%, it wasn't, it sounds huge,
Yeah.
but when we did the math, it wasn't that big of a hit. I think it was gonna end up being like
There's no way-
$25 a quarter or something, so $100 for the year.
You can't really put a number to it.
No,
only
but it's
because,
just to get,
for example, TP is our biggest user.
Right.
When the kids are not in school,
Mm.
their usage goes down. When their
Right.
usage goes down, everybody else's bill comes up.
okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And so, you know, depending on.
But it just was giving them an idea
Yeah.
of what a homeowner would be looking
I just
at.
don't want them to say, well, you said. or-
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
right.
And I think they have to understand, it's not the debt, because that's,
Right, it's not the
when
debt,
when
it's
they think
all-
their bill, their total bill, they're
Right.
20%, no, it's not that.
Right.
It's not both line items.
It's just on each.
Right.
yeah.
So we have to make sure they understand that.
Yeah.
But I also want to just say that we're not proposing a 20% increase right now. We're proposing 40 over 3 years. And that's steep. And I think saying it's going to be $100 or so a year is
Wait a minute,
pretty out of touch with what's reality.
40 over, no, he's saying if we do the 20 now.
He wants 1.4 in
we
3
can-
years.
We can go another 3 years at this rate before we have to look at another increase. That's what he just said.
Of another 20%.
Well, it depends on how you want to handle it.
But we've also been in,
I
took it
we're in
20,
bad
10,
shape.
10.
Bump it
I get
along.
that. I get we're in bad shape. I really do. But that's crazy.
Yeah. I'm on the mindset that a couple of percent a year is reasonable.
Well,
People
that's-
absorb it,
Right,
you know, so I say we try to get through this big one, and then,
yeah, then we see,
yeah.
yeah, I much prefer baby steps and not these big
Right.
things, you know? If each person can absorb that little bit of increase each year, because hopefully on their job, they've gotten a little bit of increase, and it's a little easier to handle than going from 2016 to now of not having any kind of increase. And
Exactly.
then all of a sudden, we have to do this.
Right, since 2016, if we had done the 2.22% a year,
It can
we'd be,
absorbed.
you know, we'd be at the 1.4 where we need to be.
Right.
Well, are
But
those
we
baby
didn't.
steps gonna be mapped out?
No, they're not.
Or are we gonna take one step this year and then, let's not take any baby steps until, 10
I,
years from now
I,
again?
well, I
Or are
think,
we gonna map it out altogether?
Can I just interject here? There's only certain things that can occur each year and be binding in the future. So I think you have to take this step, and then we can consider
And then
whether
we-
what can actually be mapped out and binding on a future.
Yeah, that's what we'll work on next year, is get this one done, and then we can talk about how we want to map out the rest going forward. Whether we
Can we
want to
do-
take the breather and do a little bit, or do we want to do a little bit each year to try to keep,
That would also be part of your budgeting
yeah?
and your reorg meeting typically.
All right. So we basically have to set a public hearing for our next meeting for the budget and for a rate increase,
Both together.
together or separate motions.
You could do two separate, just to be clear.
Okay. All right, so, we'll, I guess got to take the motion, so I'll make the motion to set the public hearing for the 2026 budget for our next meeting, which is December 11th. Okay. Do I have a second?
I'll second that.
Any other discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
And I'll make a motion to set the public hearing for a rate increase for our next meeting of December 11th.
I'll second it.
Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All right, hopefully everyone had an opportunity to read the minutes. Can I get a motion for the minutes?
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
And can I get a motion to approve the October 2025 Treasurer's Report as presented?
I'll make that motion.
All right, one of you is a second.
Second.
Okay. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All right, I will make a motion to approve the October 2025 vouchers as presented in the amount of $92,655.38.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
I'll make a motion to transfer $92,655.38 from the O&M account to the checking account to pay the October 25 vouchers.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
I will make a motion to release $150.86 to close out the 28 Walnut Street escrow account.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Make a motion to release $1,662.99 to close out the Thompson escrow account.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All right. Reference 7825, quotes from Cyclops Process Equipment for new logger and repair. I want to thank Christine for working diligently on this and reducing the cost of this tremendously. So this was where we wanted to purchase a logger and repair a logger.
Correct.
Is this the one where they added tariffs to the cost?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
Good
she
job.
fought
Good
it
catch.
and got it
Yeah.
down quite significantly.
Yeah.
So this was what I believe everybody agreed to, is to purchase one, which is the 5455, and to repair the other one for the 1600, which was quite a bit.
3,800.
3,800 it was.
Fake tariffs.
Every time you called, it was a different number.
Yeah, but he's gonna absorb some of it.
Yeah, okay, 5%. Anybody have any questions regarding this? Can I get a motion to approve that then?
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
Any other discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All right, reference 7925, proposal from Cook. This is to, all right, Kenny, I need help with this. This is to pump down,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, you gotta come up to the podium. This is to pump down which tank now?
SBR number 2.
SBR2.
Yeah,
So,
we're actually,
if you recall, with all of the problems that we had, we were able to get the post-EQ tank cleaned out. We didn't have to bring in the tanker trucks and all that to get that all cleaned out. And now what they're doing is, we have 3 SBR tanks.
correct.
We should be cleaning them out on an annual basis, one. and
Go,
then-
rotating
so-
basis, yes.
So yes, so this year we're doing SBR 2. And we get down to a certain amount and then you can't get any more.
Right, we've processed, the tank usually runs about 16 to 18 feet operating level. we've processed all the water down to about 8 inches. And what's left now is all sludge and rags, which we can't pump out. So we got quotes, and Fred Cook came in the cheapest to come in with their Vector. They will power wash all the rags off of everything, vac it all out, and then we can do the little bit of maintenance that we need to do in there, get it back online, and then be ready for the next. And go into the winter with 3 tanks online and ready to go.
Which we haven't had 3 online for a long time, correct?
2 weren't online for a long time before this, but yes.
So,
And how often should this be done?
Usually you want to pump down your tanks once every couple of years.
So you're gonna do it on a
we're going to do a rotating, so
Okay.
it's not like we do all 3 in 1 year and you get hit with a $60,000 bill.
Gotcha.
I mean, unless, of course, something happens and we had to get in there, but
right.
we're looking to schedule it, and
Anybody have any questions?
I think it's a great preventive maintenance, I mean, and it gives you an opportunity to get in there.
yes.
Take a look at everything.
Yep.
Yeah. And so Brian figured that this Cook proposal would come out to about 17,600 in total. That's just an estimate of, when you look at all the different numbers, it's hard to
Yeah.
figure out how much it's going to be. But he said 17,600 is about where that would land, which is
Max.
cheaper
Yep.
than the Earth Care.
Yeah,
Yeah, they were like 25, I think.
25 too.
okay. All right. Any other questions? Can I get a motion to approve?
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay. Reference 8025.
That was just the other proposal from Earth Care
Oh,
for 22.2.
Yeah.
I should have put them together.
yeah, usually you do that. Okay.
You're slipping. You're slipping.
I was looking at that saying, huh?
I know, I'm like, what? All right, so now we're to reference 8325. Oh, so this is Dan Owens. Do you want to speak to this, Kenny, again?
Sure. So this is for Dan Owens to come in and diagnose the non-potable water skid we have at the facility, which that is for all of our in-house water. You know, we use it for hosing, for the belt filter press. One of the 2 pumps keeps failing, and it's the one in the same spot each time. So Dan's going to come in. Let me go back a step. There should be a safety feature in there where it senses either no flow or temperature, which would shut the pump off. And for some reason, none of them are working. So he's going to come in, he's going to diagnose the panel and figure out what he needs to do to put a safety shutdown on it. And while he's there, because we do have issues with our aerated holding tank pumps, the rotary load pumps, which I'm sure you guys remember hearing a lot about those, he's going to look at putting another safety lockout there. And he's going to do it all under the same thing. He's not going to charge for the second look at.
Right.
And that would be, we're looking to do a temperature shutdown on the pumps, because when the low pumps go airbound, they generate a lot of heat, and it doesn't take long for them to fail.
Okay. Anybody have any questions regarding that?
So is this to actually take corrective measures, or is this just to do
This is to diagnose.
diagnose?
Yes, and then he'll tell us what we need to do and
Okay.
give us a quote for that.
Step.
And knowing Dan, if he could do it all in that, I mean, he would.
Yeah.
But, you know, but that cost is a not to exceed. So if he does the diagnosis in 4 hours, we'll only be billed for 4 hours.
Gotcha.
So that's why he said, 4 to 6 hours. So it's a 6-hour not to exceed.
Okay. Any other questions? All right, so can I get a motion to approve?
I'll make the motion.
Second.
All in favor, say aye. Don't go away, Kenny, don't go away.
Just when you thought you were done.
Just when I thought, ready to go.
Christine snuck something into our packet here.
Oh.
So there is a reference 8425 that is not on our agenda. There's 5 quotes. And this is for, remind me what this is for.
This is for a spare submersible pump, because with right now we're using a submersible pump to pump everything from the aerated holding tank up to the head of the plant, which is all of the filter backwash, our filtrate from running the belt filter press, because those 2 low pumps are dead and pulled out for repair. So if we lose if we lose this one, we're out of business. So we need a second one as a safety backup, and we will be able to utilize it going down the road.
Okay, it's like a universal.
Oh, yeah, we'll be able to use it like next year when we go to do maintenance on another SBR. That'll help pump it down.
And the top one is the cheapest quote. So there's 5 quotes in here.
Are these all the same exact pump?
Yes.
Yeah.
They're just all different
That's how much
companies.
things matter.
Oh, yeah.
That's funny how they
Yeah.
prices like that.
Yep.
Have we used this company before, Pump Products?
I know Brian has. I know Brian has.
Okay.
Yep.
Brian, you have success with this company?
Yeah, they're just a distributor out of New Jersey.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, no, we've used them before. They're okay, yeah.
Okay. All right. Anybody have any questions regarding this? No. Don't go away.
I'm not going anywhere.
Is it pump products or is it the first?
It's the pump. Oh, no, it's the first page.
First
The
page,
Edge,
right?
Edge, Manufacturer's Edge in Farmingdale, New Jersey. For $2254.98.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was looking at Pump Products.
No, this one. First one. That's the cheapest price.
I see that now.
Does anybody have any questions?
And we've used this company before, right?
No.
We haven't.
No, this is new.
I was doing the math in my head. You could see the smoke coming out. All right.
I think I did see some smoke.
Yeah. All right, okay.
Brian just said he's used them and we haven't, but Brian.
Yeah,
Right.
I've used them a couple of times in the past,
Yeah.
on projects. And it was a year or so ago, or, a couple of years, but
And they are just a distributor, so.
Yeah.
they're okay when we use them, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so can I get a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion.
All right, somebody
I'll
second.
second it.
All right, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay. All right. Well, you get a little bit of a breather, Kenny, but ASPCA, we have not, as far as I know, we have not received what we need to receive.
No, the last email I have from the applicant's attorney to my office was from 10/22 saying, we're working on it, we'll get it to you. So we're just looking for the whole packet. We need proof of governmental
Can you move the mic
approvals.
closer?
Sure.
Because I don't think-
We need bond information, everything in the connection agreement. We set forth all of the different documentation we need. And then we're ready to roll. We just need to also send out a notice of commencement and certain things that we can take care of in the resolution at the
And then
meeting
don't
once we
also
have
need
everything.
a letter from the town.
Yes, we need a letter from the town saying that you're
Town
waiving
board.
the dedication.
Correct.
So I just haven't heard anything further from
We haven't
the
either.
attorney.
I don't know if you guys can help
Yeah.
move that along, if you'd like to get this done.
So as of now, they're still operating on their own, right?
Yeah, so right now they're using their septic tanks and having to pump them out as needed, which, that's a cost. So,
Yeah,
you don't have any update then?
No, I thought it was all, yeah, because we haven't seen anything.
In the attorney's hands, you thought it would be done, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, all right.
okay.
Would you be able to forward us the last correspondence that you had with them,
I should,
by chance?
I would think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, thank you.
Danielle, do you have anything else?
No, that was really the one
Okay.
item that our office was still waiting on some paperwork for.
Okay, thank you. Brian, do you have an engineer's report?
Yeah, nothing, just kind of a short report tonight. We're getting ready to get we're working on the I&I report. We have to submit by the end of December. So we're gonna have a draft for you guys for your December meeting
Okay.
to go over. But we have the flow meters in. We're getting one last round of flow data. I mean, the weather has been a little wetter lately, but we're gonna see what we can get this year. And one thing I brought up was potentially, I did reach out to DEC. Of course, I haven't heard back yet, but I reached out to DEC if we can maybe stop doing anything over ports. I mean, we kind of all know where the trouble spots are. It's like, all right, let's start moving to fix it. So I'm going to see if I can get some traction with DEC on that, just see if we can, just stop doing this, save you guys a little bit of money. So.
Okay, that would be great.
Yeah.
Anything else?
No, I
Okay.
think, Kenny talked about all the other stuff. No, I think we're good.
Okay. Kenny, can you just tell the group, with the one rain event that we did have?
I have it in
You
here,
got it,
yes.
all right, good. So then.
Do you want me to do it now, or do you want me to?
So we'll just move in as long as you're gonna cover it in your
Yes.
report?
Yep. Okay, so has everybody had a chance to review the report? Do we have any
Probably
questions up
not,
front?
So you might
Okay,
walk us through,
so, the plant.
highlight whatever you
Yep,
can.
yep, the plant continues to operate very well. We had like 99% removal for everything, really. BOD, TSS, our phosphorus was non-existent, ammonia was non-existent, dissolved oxygen, fecal coliform was good. During the month, we did have almost 6 inches of rain. And with one rain event, we had, in a matter of, I think it was, a couple hours, Rich? 2.5 inches of rain. So we got a deluge of flow, which created a high level, but the facility operated as it should and swapped over to the second SBR
Okay.
once it reached its level. And Rich was out there during that time. He stayed out there to watch the decants from that SBR that was at the high level. It decanted all clear water, so it did very well through the storm. If we get a series of those, that could be a different story, But there are operational protocols that we can do to prevent the loss of solids out of the tank. The effluent quality might not be great, but it's better than losing solids. We could shut the air off and just, basically let the water come in and go out. It would be disinfected, going through the UV, but we wouldn't lose solids and get a lot of solids into that post-DQ again. So those are things that can be done to prevent the loss of solids.
What I wanted you to do is talk about the I&I,
Well, no, I'm going.
that increase.
Well, that's where it came from. It came from the Route 22 side of the village. If I remember right, I don't remember the numbers off top. I think it was about 125,000 gallons that came in extra from that side. I did like a 3-day average, and with that one event, that 2.5 inches of rain, in that short period of time, we took in an extra 125,000 gallons from that side of the village.
Which is storm water getting into our
Yes,
sewer.
and it's like, because it came in so quick, that's a direct inflow. It's not infiltrating through the
Right.
ground,
Yeah,
it's direct.
Right.
But again, the
I just
facility
wanted
did handle it,
Commissioners
yes.
to be able to hear that, because I
Yes.
hear it
Yes.
every Monday morning,
Yep.
but, commissioners aren't hearing
Yeah.
that,
Yeah, that particular rain event
Yeah, it was.
that came down.
so, yeah.
Yeah, oh, yeah, and it was all, because I had spoken to Christine earlier in the day. She's like, oh, how's the facility? I was like, no problem. And our flows were normal, but then that evening is when it really let loose and came down, and then it was like, here we go.
Yeah.
But the facility did well, it performed well. So we did talk about some of the stuff earlier, you know, the non-potable water pump is out for repair, and we're hoping it's going to be warranted. We'll find out. So that was dropped off last Thursday, a week ago. Again, we pulled both of the aerated holding tank pumps, those low pumps. Now, that was a feat in and of itself. There is no way, they provided no way of removing those pumps up and out of the basement of that building. So we had to build, we built like a sled out of 2x4s, mounted the pump to that, set a come-along up at the first set of stairs, and we used a come-along to bring it up. And
Yankee ingenuity.
Exactly, exactly. But we were able, we got them out, and we try and do as much of that work in-house.
Yeah.
So there's no extra, really no extra cost other than whatever prevailing wage we have to pay. So we're not bringing in an outside contractor, you know, because it's difficult. You know,
No, the
we
guys
try
have
and
been
figure it
doing
out.
A lot
And
of fixing and figuring and repairing all in-house, so that has helped
Yeah.
Yeah.
tremendously.
So I see here, so moving forward,
You want-
we need to come up with a plan on how to get these pumps out.
well, now that we have this set up, we do. I mean,
I'm reading your note, need to come up with a system. Do we have a system? I can cross that off?
we did.
We got it?
We got it out with our system. And once they go back
Got
in with that, you know, with the safety shutdown, hopefully this isn't going to happen again. You know, we should just have to replace lobes, which we can do with the pumps being in place. Let's see, what else do we have? Again, we're in the final stages of the maintenance with SBR2 once Cook comes in. I did speak to him today, Fred Cook. I let him know that it looks like he was going to be, or look like he was the low bidder. And when does he think he could get out here? You know, trying to get ahead of it. So he thinks, he actually thinks he can get out here probably at the middle of next week.
Oh.
So I'm going to call him tomorrow. I said, I'll call you tomorrow once I hear.
Yep.
And so he said, oh, we'll look at the schedule. And that's really most of the highlights that we have. I mean, that's most of the issues. And if anybody has any other questions for me, I'd be happy to answer.
On the 28th,
Except for you.
SBR number 2, waste pump hoist not operating properly.
I'm sorry.
He didn't even hear you.
On the 28th,
No, he was making fun of you,
I said except for you.
except for you.
okay.
Okay, 28.
Yeah, so there was a problem with the pump hoist not operating properly, it would crank up but not release.
Yes.
To let it
So
lower back down?
we pulled that out, we took it apart, and we fixed it.
Okay.
Maybe what we want to do in the report is say that.
It probably does.
Well, we
I just
fixed
didn't
it,
get that
well,
far.
actually, we fixed it this month. So I usually, what happens in September stays
Yeah.
in September. And then
All right,
what happens in November, I'll put in November. But
okay.
Kenny, that I&I, do you think people are tying their gutters into it?
I think a lot, yes. Or sump pumps in the basement is another big
That's a lot of
one.
water.
It's a lot of water. And it's a lot of water fast, so it's
So-
definitely an inflow.
Yeah.
And my guess,
Like leaky pipes, that's,
Right.
people are
And-
tied into it.
right, and my guess is with this one, it's probably more of gutters
That's what I'm thinking,
than
too,
sump
'cause
pumps,
like the roof
because
coming
still,
in, right.
you know, with the sump pumps, it's got to get through the ground,
Right.
come into the
Exactly,
basement,
you don't
and
have
then,
the time, it's
So
coming
those
right
Right.
out.
are illegal tie-ins,
Yeah.
and they should be getting caught in our MS4 stormwater through IDDE, illicit discharge elimination. And people, you know,
How do you catch them? If someone's tied
if
into
you
your
can,
sewer.
I know, it's not an easy thing
Yeah,
to
that's
do.
it's not an easy, unless you go around, you do smoke testing,
Right, something like that.
and then all of a sudden, they have smoke coming out of their
Yeah,
vent
right,
in the
right.
house, it's like, oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's really, that's one of the ways of finding them.
Right. Anybody else have any questions for Ken?
That's it.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, does any commissioner have anything needs to be discussed or brought up?
Nope.
Okay. Any visitor comments? Hi, Catherine. All right, if hearing none, can I get a motion for adjournment?
I'll make that motion. No, second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you, Brian. Have a good night.